3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big gain there on the first play of the game. 62 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door.
Let's go. 3-19.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And Dawson's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
Now after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Oh, and a 360. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6". Off play action. Blake. He's got his man on the crossing route. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles, and really scatter some people down there.
Let's go!
Oh, what a juke into space. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Looking to throw. Blake, and that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Off the play fake. Blake. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
Here we go!
Off play action. Blake. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race now. This is into the weekend in the NFC. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's third down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
Let's go!
Now back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it second down. To throw on second down, Blake. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you get 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for third down. Operating from the gun, Blake. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And the big meat on the D-line. We'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Here we go now.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Terry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll look to throw here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now.
Looking to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on 1st down. Blake. It's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Three yards to go on 2nd down. And before they can run another play, the clock hits triple zeros. And time is up on the 1st quarter. 7-3 the score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Back to throw. Blake. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Blake. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So back-to-back plays here where he couldn't get anything on the ground. Now you face a 3rd and 10 and assume you're going to try to pass it, right?
I would think so, because you've tried to run the ball, and really it didn't matter who got the ball in the play because there was no space to go. So I think you step back, throw the ball to try and pick up the first down. And
he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And now we see Bryant yet to pop up. Still down following that play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
There's a good push to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Henderson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Terry. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Andy Lee now, as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. Blake. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he won't get in, but you can't be set up any better than that. They'll have the ball at the 1-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So out now come the Cardinals. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 3.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that...
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
Here's Phil Dawson now for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Finding room inside the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, Blake. And this is incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Throwing again. Blake. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
Back to throw. Blake. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the right hash. This from 45 yards away. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. 1:57 to go in this first half. More from the desert after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Watch left. Stop right there. Here we go. Green, 39.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he whips that one incomplete there.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength. And he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he? No. Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. He's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point try now for Dawson. It's good to make it 17-7. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. First down. Blake. Throw left side complete. That's Schmidt. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Throwing on first down. Blake. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw. Blake looking middle, and it's incomplete. second down now after the incompletion. To throw again, Blake. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. From the gun on third down, Blake. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. From the gun, Blake. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Six yards to go here on second down.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun, Blake. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. From the gun, Blake. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
All right, here we go.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
No wonder they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No
him.
one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
Throwing to start the drive. Blake.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Blake. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. On 1st and 10, Blake. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on, because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And Gold is able to put it through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break. And that's got to feel good, because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll see if I can get through this without being skipped as we welcome you to our EA Sports halftime report. The Cardinals are happy to be in front right now and just want to play 2 more solid quarters. The 49ers didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 3rd and long. Here we get a quick pass and completion, and that is a house call. The lead grows to 4. Following the forced fumble, Henderson's found on the quick pass, and this 2-play drive goes for a TD. They go ahead by a field goal. Cardinals have it late in the 2nd. Henderson's by himself here, and this long run goes for a touchdown as they move out in front 10-7.
All right, Larry, thank you. A fairly tight game here as we get set to resume play in this second half. This is taken near the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission? Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there. See how that recipe works. Now it's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Blake. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Blake. And his throw here is incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Let's go. 1-9.
Throwing again. Blake. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
He'll drop to throw. And he spots Henderson open left side. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
And to give this time to the tailback. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. On 3rd down, Blake firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. And now here's a carry heading left. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Back to throw. Blake. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. A big third down play there for the Niners. 49 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
You gotta love everything about that run, except for maybe a couple of things. You gotta wonder, do you fight a little harder to get into the end zone instead of going out at the 2-yard line? And I know one thing. The fantasy football guys, they are not too happy that he went out of bounds there instead of trying to get into the end zone.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. As they run the counter play. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Well, sometimes a tough game to figure out. One play he looks so good, and then the next play so bad, going backwards.
Yeah, in a span of 2 plays, you go from hero to GOAT, right, to use one of the cliches. But I think what often happens is you have a big run, and sometimes you try to do too much with your next one.
And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Now Gold for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. That time a 9-play drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
The Cardinals on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
All right, now, look at 56.
A handoff as they run the counter play. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it, stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Going to give this time to the tailback. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Second down following the run. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. To throw on third down, Blake. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race now. This is into the weekend in the NFC. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. He'll come out throwing here on first down. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Cardinals on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. Looking to throw. Blake. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards all the return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game now. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Green 39. Green 39.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. To him here. He's brought down for a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And Gold is able to put it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now out out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is incomplete. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Terry. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go. Blue 90.
He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Back to throw. And that's incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you talk about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15.
Here we go. 319. 319.
They'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
All right, here we go.
He's back to throw.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Now Dawson for the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This is taken near the 13. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Back to throw. Blake, quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Blake got his man complete over the middle. That's Todd. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. On 1st down, Blake. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Throwing on 1st down, Blake. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Here we go.
To throw on 2nd down, Blake. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. Looking to throw. Blake. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. We've seen some long field goals to win games, and they've got to give their kicker a chance here. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Cardinals, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.